BEERUN, beer run. BEERUN, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. BEERUN, beer run.
Hey guys, Sunday. Gonna be looking at Dragon's Breath. Kind of reminds me of Jerry. One of the reasons that they invented Tic Tacs. Okay, this is Bayern Brewery. I know this is from Bulwark 1911, so this would be a product of Montana. Montana seems like a cool place, where the guys are guys and the sheep are nervous. 6% by volume on this, and it's got one of the cooler graphics. Yeah, look, another out of focus bottle cap. That's weird. Okay, Dragon's Breath. And this is a dark hef ale. Should we open it up with? Well, you know, it is Dragons. I guess this one is most fitting. I think it'd be easy to hit an open bag. Okay, there we go. Whoa, I just saw the dragon fly by. You know, I realize there's a lot of beers that are partially or not filtered, but I may be crazy, but I like to know that a little caution might be needed when pouring my damn beer, because it's gonna look like a vegetable farm is gonna fall out into my glass. I don't know what it is lately. I've just feeling a real draw to patriotism and that love of the symbol of this great country of ours. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's been more of the flag picks than the beer. I know a lot of you guys have been upset because you haven't been able to see your favorite, bottle of beer, and all we've had lately is the American flag. But it's just gonna, that's all I can ask. Hang on, that's probably an important call, which I knew would happen as soon as I popped the beer. My mother. I'll be right back.
It's intermission time, folks, so hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right over to our refreshment center for the most extravagant array of refreshment goodies ever assembled under one roof. Enjoy breathtaking, mouth-watering goodies, everything from a snack to a delicious full meal. At our refreshment center, you'll find a large variety of goodies to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, or your sweet tooth. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Visit our refreshment center now. The show starts in 10 minutes. now, on with the show.
Sorry. Sorry, okay? Screaming at me. No, that was my mother. She's well, actually, she's a retired nurse. She got sick of the everything from the computer program that they switched the hospital over to just where our medical system was going, which is kind of funny because technically speaking, she used to razz me all the time for my political affiliation, and all of a sudden I'm getting the anti-Obama emails from her. Sometimes people can learn, and unfortunately our country is learning from one big mistake. America. Obama. No. See, but the flag's where it's at. Okay. Sorry. I set this in the fridge. Didn't know how long it was going to be. Oh, I didn't even finish that story. Samantha's been sicker than shit, and we've already had one trip to walk in, which I'm sure is probably going to be a couple of $1,000s, and so I don't have any medical coverage. I wonder if you can call the hospital and when you get your bill and go, are you out of your fucking mind? $80 for a tissue? They didn't even check things like for strep, and I inquired about that. I'm like, you know, this isn't the first time she's had something like strep, and you guys didn't even want to test for it. And they're like, well, you know, we just try to save people money. It's like $100 to have stuff go to the lab. Yeah, you're right. It's just better to die in 3 days. Sorry, drama. Look at that, though. I've been gone, I don't know, I suppose it was 20, 25 minutes for that phone call, and it's still sporting a really nice head. Kind of smells like a brown ale. Now, if this is based on Hefeweizen, whatever, everybody always says I pronounce that wrong. Get a little bit of the spices kind of in the background there. I'm really hoping Bulwark 1911 that the chunks are supposed to be in there. I don't even remember how many of these. He sent like multiples of just about everything, and I might that full disclosure thing. Something. I'm kind of really curious about that that Scottish ale from Cold Smoke. I might throw one of those in the fridge. I'm supposed to. Well, yesterday, long story short, never got out to the range. So, never got out to the range. Smells like beer, because if it could possibly go wrong, I went and built a deck for 5 hours yesterday, and then shot home to drop off some food for the sick daughter. And as I came to a stop in front of my house, the brake pedal went straight to the floor. Yeah, blew a brake line. And I was just gonna have my mechanic do it. Some of you may agree and some may not. You get to the point where sometimes shit is not worth doing anymore. Take, for instance, an oil change. I usually I run full synthetic, and usually try to go for a better filter, and it ends up costing me more money than if I just bring it down to my mechanic and he puts in a blend and a middle of the road filter. So it's like, why lay under a vehicle? So ever what? I just decided to say screw it, and if I broke shit, I broke shit. I replaced the brake line, broke one bolt off that held part of a bracket onto the control arm, but there was another one, so I figured good enough. And went to bleed the system, and the bleeder is frozen solid, and as opposed to breaking it off, I just said screw it. But in the meanwhile, my mechanic had called back and said, he goes, I know you, you can easily do this. And I'm like, well, I already did it, but here's the deal with the bleeder. And he's like, well, don't break that off. Come visit me. So I'm still supposed to go do that yet today, which is kind of bumming me out, because that means gonna drink this beer and then wait for the phone call before I can drink any more beer. First thing you notice is it's really smooth. It's got a milk, that like a milk stout like flavor to it, not flavor to it, milkshake like mouth feel to it, without that, that milkiness. It almost feels like you're getting a little bit of the bubbles are lubricating your swallow. Like, shit, I just gave you guys so much material to work with in the last 15 seconds that I hope nobody lets me down. So you notice that right away. Then behind that is kind of the flavors and the charge you get from a brown ale. And it kind of trails off with almost like a light bread flavor, like a bread and toffee. That middle area, a little bit of a roasted malts. I guess the moral to the story is everything is really kind of subdued and smooth, and kind of a creamy kind of a tone to this particular beer. Not that it necessarily matters. It isn't a beer given thing that if you've got some super ass aggressive name to your beer, that there should be a particular kind of style that goes with it. But when you're calling some shit Dragon's Breath, I just figured that it was just going to be kind of a heavy hitter for something, but it's not. It's really smooth, and hopefully all that floaty shit is supposed to be in there. Would I get this again? That's a good question. I'm not sure, because there's so many beers out there in so little time. There's so many things that I really enjoy. I have to say though, it's kind of in a uniqueness. I can't say I've had. If you said, okay, well, I've had every beer on the planet except for this, what is it like? I'm not even sure. It's kind of like you dumped a couple different characteristics together. It kind of has that porter or a light stout kind of a thing sort of going, but then that sort of goes away. It's just this really smooth and kind of creaminess sensation that I guess really stands out for it. Doesn't have a particular flavor that really kind of stands out. The roasted malts are really subtle, and then there's that smooth or creamy, like, I don't know if that's like a cocoa or like a toffee or caramel kind of a thing. A little bit of a breadiness. I don't know. Probably not helping out so much on this one, but it's just, I don't know. It's almost like one of those in between curious beers. Actually, I don't remember. Of course, I don't remember what the hell I did with it. Maybe this is the one that Bulwark made a comment about one of them. Oh, the Pygmy Owl was perfect for the IPA Curious. So, I mean, it's good. It turned out to be like one of only a few beers left on the planet. I wouldn't be like, ah, shit. Shit, man. It's not bad. But yeah, that creaminess just kind of stays the whole way. 6% by volume. Yeah, right there. Kind of noticing a little bit of a cocoa in that finish. Like I said, everything is just kind of like, you know, like yeah, there's the cocoa and the malts right over there. It's that smooth creaminess that is right up there up front and stays with you from start to finish. So on the E scale, where am I going to put Dragon's Breath? I'd say this is a 7.5 on the E scale. Something else from Montana. We're in Montana. Missoula, Montana. So, if you're looking for something that just gonna be an enjoyable beer, a little bit of characteristic to it in the malts and the chocolate, and a little bit of subtle sweetness, and just pretty much creamy all the way, might want to give Dragon's Breath a try. And thank you, Bulwark, 1911. What should we look at tomorrow? I actually did think about this before turning the damn camera on this time. And let's look at something from Joe K. Schneider Wessy. They're Advitus Tap 6. This is a German double bock ale, a wheat double bock ale. Product of Germany. Alcohol percentage on this one. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but then again, in order to just see it all, I should have like 17 pairs of glasses on right now. Oh, here it is right at the bottom in big bold print. Bayou Chili Head. 8.2% on this guy. So, there you go. We're looking at that tomorrow. And, yeah, I was really bummed out. Everything broke down yesterday. Christine's vehicle has a blinking light that says service 4-wheel drive, and then it acts like maybe the rotors are warped, but you're not braking, so I know it's not in the brakes. It's something actually in the 4-wheel drive or front end of it. The steering pump only contains fluid while it's running and warm, but as soon as you shut it down, it just drains all out, so that pump needs to be replaced. The pump wasn't bad for price, but I'm sure breaking hoses and shit trying to get it out of there is going to be fun, considering I'm not even going to bother with that. I would rather take the 50 cal and shoot the shit out of the Blazer as opposed to attempt to work on anything in that engine compartment. Brother-in-law Mikey, when I walked in the door and said some colorful things about my truck and that I had no brakes, Christine was actually on the phone with my brother-in-law because we were supposed to go out to the shack today because we had like a pile of weapons. Those are just the rifles, except for, of course, that pistol, to go shoot yesterday, and stuff has gone so bad on his truck. And I actually kind of feel bad because the truck that I'm driving, and for the most part, it's been pretty reliable up until the rust, and now all sorts of shit's catching up to it. I actually bought from him when he bought the one that he's driving brand new, Chevrolet. And this was bought in, you know, right around this was a thank you Obama thing. They should have just let General Motors slip into the sea and perish. Instead, his truck is a rolling joke of what's wrong with it. So long story short, we never got to get out and go shooting today. So we thought if we could pull one vehicle together and the three of us could go out to the shack, we'd go today, and it has been pouring all day today. So I am considering, though, just because of I've done a few more things even since you saw the actual 22, not some pretend one, the one with the spikes lower and the DPMS dedicated upper there. I switched out a few things on that and tweaked a few things, and I'm thinking my mechanic and my friend Rob lives out in the boonies, and I think I might if it's not pouring, I might actually just bring that with, because I want to shoot it, because I am a large 2-year-old when it comes to that kind of stuff. Okay, politically, I got nothing else. Just a lot of heartfelt support for our country and our flag, like most of you guys. So let's take a look at that wheat double bock tomorrow, and you guys will be good. Oh, I want to thank Travis for sending me that. I might as well just say inside somewhere on there, so you get pulled over and someone's like, "Nice shirt." Oh, and a thank you to Steve. Steve took a picture from here. No, not there. From here. Of me holding Shelby, and kind of enhanced it a little, and considering he did a screen save, and sent me the link to it, which I finally found on pretty much what have I done today because of the shitty weather. I did that, and spent the day trying to clean out my inboxes, and I apologize, Steve, because it's been a few days since he sent it to me, and it got lost in the inbox. But I put it up on the Facebook. Yeah, just me and Shelbers. So okay, again, and thank you to a couple guys. I won't mention any names. There's been a couple of really nice donations for the shoot this year. I'm gonna try to have a whole bunch of stuff taken care of either before the guys get here, or a couple of them that are gonna be here on Monday. Maybe we can grab a vehicle and go to like Sam's Club and do some mass purchasing, because I got a couple volunteers. My father-in-law and my good friend Steve are going to be running a couple of barbecue grills this year. We thought we'd I'm not even sure. You know, we might do breakfast like we always do. We found a great place right here in town. I've mentioned him before. A place called Big Daddy's. It's on Piedmont Avenue, and they are a anti-Obama, pro-America. Isn't it sad that somebody can, you know, a group of people, but Obama is who he is. He said he was going to destroy, fundamentally destroy, fundamentally change this country, and that's called socialism. And last year we went to Big Daddy's, and he pretty much knew that if you weren't carrying a gun while you were in his restaurant, you at least wanted to be, and which is good, because I'm pretty sure he packs all the time. So I'm not even sure though, because with the boys, we're planning on loading up on a bunch of food and actually having it out there. So if you get the munchies during the day, you can just go request a hamburger or a hot dog or something like that. So the guys that have been helping, I really appreciate the help, because we're going to be definitely using it to offset a few things. I cannot emphasize enough how much the help, the financial help is going to help. Just the donation from In the Red Exploding Targets is like insane. Like I said, it's gonna cost with everything he said he's sending, it's going to cost close to $600 just in shipping, but it should be one hell of a time, considering how much fun In the Red made our shoot last year, and now this year it's going to be, I don't know, 4 or 5 times as much exploding product. This is wrong. Hell, she thinks she's going. So, again, like I said, the two guys that have really put forth some good help in there. I want to thank you guys. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow. And cheers, everybody. And hopefully this one will be up a little early so that I can go take care of the truck, hopefully, and then come back. And I got some born-on dates in the refrigerator that we have to go through and get rid of all that stuff. So, okay, guys. Thank you to Bulwark 1911 for that, and we'll take a look at that one from Joe K tomorrow. So, see you guys tomorrow.